that Peter built.
Here, look at this one. The manic-depressive dream girl gone way off her meds. She's dressed in what all the outcasts are wearing this season, so she fits right in. And those glasses are part of that meme that reads, "Can't get a guy who gets me." What she can get is sonically screw-driven by any of the adoring baristas who choose not to charge her. Meanwhile, this vintage steampunk is retro well past any historical precedent. He doesn't understand your current technology, preferring the comfort of a more dignified time, which he posts about constantly on his blog, Dirigible Dystopia. The first one's been in her early 30s for the past 12 years. She's an independent business owner, which means she runs a yoga class for dogs in her basement. Then there's the perpetual college grad pursuing a degree and teaching himself. He just keeps laughing in case something intellectually amusing happens to be said. The third one identifies as an Earth mother, but if you said it, would claim she doesn't believe in labels, which is also one of the bumper stickers in the back of her car, always one block out of view. And then there's this mutant, tracing his gaze with eyeliner so he can be shunned by those he's sworn to impress. Oh, hold on. That one's me. I was supposed to be part of this ensemble, sort of a postmodern cast of caricatures that you'd want to dress like. As it turns out, though, I'm kind of more of an isolated outsider, which means most of my disorders exist a little further outside their abnormal norms. I'm still legitimately neurotic. I mean, I've been clinically diagnosed, and not just for insurance purposes. I'm also a semi-reliable narrator, which means at least some of this story happened the way I'm about to tell it. Sure, there'll be a few embellishments here or there, but that's the medium. It's basically a love story about this one perfect couple. So, let's start it off, set to the tune of this prurient playlist.
I didn't hear you come in.
I went out for groceries, which is exactly what someone who does this sort of thing normally says.
It's not what it looks like. Although, it may be what it sounds like from the other side of that wall. It was an amazing piece of sex.
And those were new sheets.
I know. And I know how you must be feeling.
That's our bed.
And you'd think you'd be surprised.
You are lying in our bed.
But just hear me out.
You're lying in our bed with a fucking hat.
Should I go put some clothes on?
No. Alfie's fine. He understands.
Given the two proper stereotypes, this whole thing actually should have worked out. I'm 6 years older with the well-paying office job, and you're the theater major with absolutely no inclination towards anything related to the theater.
We were destined for San Fran.
And you. I always had you pegged for a
fag gag?
Exactly. So please excuse me if this whole thing rings as a bit apocalyptic.
Nico and I have found something very special together.
Which is?
The simultaneous orgasm.
You told me that whole thing was a myth!
I thought it was, and then Jamie did a little bit of research, and it turns out it actually does exist.
Elfie, honey, this has nothing to do with you. This has absolutely nothing to do with you. Well, I'm not gay anymore, so it does have a little bit to do with you.
How can you not be gay?
My sister is a lesbian in the 7th grade. Her health teacher made her make a diorama about it to show to everyone, and this is in Littletown, Connecticut. Let's face it, being gay is out.
So the one in the middle is supposed to be me. I auditioned for the part, but the story wound up going a different direction. On the right is Nico, a plot point I'm sort of surprised made it past the first draft. And on the left, well, that's my Jamie boy. Too cutesy? It does force the exposition a little bit, but that's the inherent problem in attempting to express true love. I wouldn't expect you to fully grasp our relationship, so here's a word balloon to help illustrate a few talking points. Jamie and I were the assurance of dissonance, the intentional coincidence, and the best contradiction we could possibly agree on. He was a curbside homebody, an introverted braggart, and almost enough to validate having enough. Jamie was everything I ever wanted, as long as he wanted me. But, in regards to this story, things did seem to be going a bit like whiskey sours, with the majority of the drink going into me.
Hello. Hi. I'm your, I live upstairs, and I have asthmatic tendencies, and I feel bad mentioning it now because I moved in last September, and it's really more the poor ventilation, unless that makes it good ventilation. But are you smoking down here?
I can smell it too.
Like I said, I feel bad mentioning it.
Hey, Simpson.
Hello. And I know this is an awkward way to meet.
When did you move in here?
Last September?
2 months ago.
No, the one before that.
I have been smoking that entire time.
Not every day. You know, I was actually at home with mono for a week there in April, and really those mornings were fairly durable, actually.
Hey, Stinson.
Hi.
Thanks for fixing my router.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe I'll see you online.
You bet. So anyway, I was thinking maybe we could arrange a schedule. I could get you a fan.
The ladies LUV you.
What? No, that's...
Half the apartment complex just tried to mate with you.
Yeah, I'm sure they talk to you.
Just to prove they're majority liberals, besides. Most of them are only here to speak with Jamie.
Who's Jamie?
I live with my boyfriend. Well, I live with my ex-boyfriend, whatever that means. You two probably have a lot in common.
Wouldn't know about that.
He's dating a girl. You're on the straight and narrow-minded, right? Let me ask you a question.
I don't respond well.
Is it really just the whole childhood toy truck thing that's all about filling holes? Because I can guarantee you from personal experience that you can find them on the other side of most guys.
Yeah, you know, if you have to talk about stuff, I think they were just going upstairs. I could go grab them. They'd probably be better listeners than me.
And why can't you listen to me?
I mean, I could. I just don't know how good that would be because I'm not gay. Would really just be nodding and pretending to seem informed. But hey, it was nice meeting you.
My retrieval of Jamie's affections won't have its dramatic weight without a little insight into the antagonist. So, following a meal day trois in my living room, this is what Nico had to offer.
It's late. I should get going.
You never sleep over.
And how would that work?
Same as before. Then we change the sheets.
Where does Elfman sleep?
He gets the couch, I get the couch.
Is it comfortable?
Hasn't really been my turn yet.
He doesn't sleep in his own bed?
We live together, we share things.
Yeah, he takes care of you. Must be kind of weird now with you and me.
You think like a fucking undergrad.
I'm fucking a fucking undergrad. Oh, sorry. Dropout anarchist. I want you to come home with me.
Then I'd have to meet the little you
Linus? I'll make pancakes before school.
I'm a dropout anarchist.
His school. I want you to meet my son.
Sorry, I thought the bin was on fire.
So you thought to use wrinkle releaser?
I left my water bottle upstairs. I didn't know you'd be smoking by the garbage. Why are you smoking by the garbage?
Because my boyfriend has the porch and you have bronchitis.
Asthma. Don't think my inhaler might be a placebo. So that's, your boyfriend up there?
My formerly gay soulmate, who's now kissing like a girl.
You kissed a girl?
Well, kissing like a girl.
I don't watch a lot of erotica online with just guys, but isn't that how you'd want to be kissed?
Two guys kissing is nothing like kissing a girl.
I wouldn't know.
Because you're straight. You can find somebody anywhere. I have to go to various wings of a public library, and even then it's hard to tell.
Like gaydar. Sorry, I'm trying too hard.
Yeah, you and I should definitely go out sometime. Actually, you and I should go out sometime.
What?
You and me, out on the town, the way you do it.
I'm not that exciting.
Oh, come on, you're a thrill hole.
I think it's nice by the garbage. You know, I have friends, you have friends, but they're not the same friends. They don't do the same things.
I want to see what he sees.
Hello, sir.
I...
You've left your laundry unsupervised. I like the smell of fabric softener. You've clearly handled some. What can I get you?
I will have a coffee and
And I would adore a dry cappuccino. Heterosexual bandwagon?
It's just playing guitar.
No. He's whoring sophomore hoot nannies who mistake wearing bandanas for being socially conscious.
That was a well-structured sentence. Have you seen him before?
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe not that specifically grown beard, but I have been in a coffee shop before. I mean, Jamie did take me places.
What?
What?
Is it obvious?
It's what obvious?
Girl. Don't point, okay? Don't draw any attention. You know, let's just take the cups and go.
You like this girl. Shh. She's working.
Yeah, but these people don't need to know.
Excuse me, miss? My friend and I over there, we were just having a very private conversation about his little crush. So let me get this straight. You and this girl are...
No, what does that mean? We talk sometimes. And that's probably where it's going to end.
And that's enough for you.
Okay, it would be nice if it were more, but we've kind of got this going.
What? Modern consumerism?
That and I know her name. Pretty sure she doesn't know mine, though.
Well, have you given it to her?
I might have. Look, a lot of people come in here and she can't remember all of them.
How did you get her name?
They keep the schedule posted on the back of the kitchen door. And one night, when she was working, I pretended not to know which one was the bathroom and saw it on the schedule.
They're not even plugged in.
Because it's my bed. At the very least, have the couch made up when I get home, and no sex sheets. Fine. Jamie, wait.
Your friend's kind of like a detective, huh? The back of the door and that girl's name. I was heading home when I saw you. I'm Cassandra.
Elfman.
That's not common.
My parents say it all the time.
Do you guys need a ride? My car is right over there. You guys probably never ride in cars, huh?
It's my first time.
Yeah, they guzzle gas. But I can go to New Hampshire anytime I want. Is this your place?
Yes. It is. Well, I guess I'll go phone these upstairs.
Well, thank you for the straight old time.
Sorry, I was just... Let's see it.
Jamie was out before I awoke, which you might interpret as a sign of our end times, but I'm the one telling the story, so I assure you that's not the case. He was just wasting some time waiting for Nico. When he saw her approach, there was just enough geography to realize that she wasn't alone.
Jamie, this is my son Linus. Linus, this is Jamie.
I'll come knock on your door in about an hour, and then you and me and Jamie can go make tacos, okay? So? Pretty great, huh? He's such a little artist.
Have you seen what he's painting lately?
Yeah, it's a portrait of me.
He thinks your hair is red.
You know, it's not easy for him to meet new people. You're not even trying.
He didn't add anything to the conversation.
He's a kid.
I told you, I have a lot of things to do today. I'm sure his afternoon is pretty packed too. There's a lot of kids getting slammed on Nickelodeon.
You said you were gonna stay for dinner. If the three of us are gonna be together, then the three of us have to be together.
I'll be back. I will sleep over.
What time?
After we have sex.
What time will you be back? He goes to bed at 7:30, and I want to make sure the three of us can hang out together.
I will be back before he goes to bed.
Promise?
Cross your heart.
I'm mad at you.
Then that's what I'll come back to.
Hello, Stinson. It's Elfman. Elfman. I got your work number off of the internet. And, your credit history. You are going about this all wrong. You're a single, straight male in his 20s. You have pretty good health insurance. You're not exactly a faux pas to look at. This is a heterosexual fantasia. Maybe not at 4:30 in the afternoon, but why do you look so miserable?
Look, I was a journalism major, all right? And I graduated from college, and I have been working this job for 5 years.
So? Isn't that enough? I guess it helps. Look, my boyfriend and I, we are in transition. And that could potentially flatline me, so I need to line up a suitable facsimile until I sort it all out. You and I are kind of the same.
I think we're two different delusions.
All you have to do is ask someone out. What about the girl from the coffee shop?
Kira?
Ask her out for a drink.
I don't drink.
Then ask her out for some coffee.
No, that's where she works. It would just be another transaction. Bars are where people meet, so I don't meet people.
You complicate things with a brilliance.
Where did you and Jamie meet?
At a bar.
See?
We didn't exactly meet at a bar. I mean, we were at a bar when we met, but I wasn't there to be romantic. I was waiting for a friend. She had been stood up, so we went out with the intention of falling down drunk. Fortunately, she happened to catch the glamorous eye of one queer passerby. He stopped to look her over, calling her Transan of the jungle, or something like that. It was mean-spirited, poorly timed, and he knew it. Still, it was clever. And mine was better. He attempted to one-up my one-upsmanship. We sparred like serpents, and in under 7 minutes, I switched seats to introduce myself. I started a tab, and we talked all night. I couldn't tell you what was playing on the stereo, but I could burn you the perfect playlist. I got up once before last call, and when I came back, I didn't even get his name. I left the bar and headed home, only to find him sitting on my front steps, holding my wallet.
Wait, how did he find your apartment?
It was on my driver's license.
What if the address hadn't been accurate?
Why would it have been inaccurate?
People move?
And people can go get change of address labels from the DMV.
Yeah, but if you hadn't, he would have just stolen your wallet.
He was actually a little bit of a thief, and he moved in 3 weeks later.
That's how he won you over?
Well, that's how I got my stuff back. You see, Jamie would just repeatedly push the same button over and over and over again until it was love at first sight.
Is that romantic?
If you don't ask too many questions.
Hey! I saw you guys earlier when I was in the coffee shop. I wasn't sure if you'd still be here. 7 at 7? You asked that girl out yet?
You possess the divine art of timing.
You seem cute. What's the problem?
The approach, I guess.
You know, it is impeccable that you would have chosen this exact bar at this exact moment, because now you can take part in a little demonstration. Let me see your purse.
You're not robbing me, are you? Because my money's in my stocking. That's what I'm reading.
And what are you drinking?
Whiskey and soda.
Observe.
Think your friend abandoned you?
Call me back.
She seems cute. The girl at the coffee shop? You should ask her out.
She's probably seeing someone.
Well, then she'll say some other time. Which doesn't mean some other time. It's just polite. But you should ask. I've already got one.
This is the guy.
Hello? Yeah, come on over.
Did you really write suck yeah?
Yep. Would you like a stool?
Indubitably.
It's 9:30.
Actually, it's 9:45.
Why bother even correcting me? I let him stay up till 8 o'clock.
Great. Does he have plans in the morning?
No, he had plans tonight. With you. We were supposed to have dinner.
Here. I am here now. I'm back.
This is a piece of shit.
I know, I trampled through the flower bed there in front of the house.
God damn it, Jamie. I just transplanted those. Go home, Jamie.
We never wake up together.
Get your ass in here. Just your ass.
See you Monday?
Thought you were fixing me up.
See how easy it was?
Sure. Wait, you're not going out with her.
Monday night. It's gonna be a little field trip.
You don't know anything about her. You don't seem to have anything in common. The only thing you really know about her is that she's a girl.
And that, my friend, completes the shot.
What is going on?
I switched shifts and I forgot I switched shifts and now Mrs. Conisberg's not home.
You're going to work.
Yes, and I need you to stay here.
No! Because that would be with...
Finally, sweetheart, Mommy's gotta go to work, but I'm gonna leave you here with my friend Jamie, okay? Mommy loves you. Yes, I need you to stay here until Mrs. Conisberg gets home.
Who is Mrs. Conisberg?
The neighbor.
I have so much to do today.
And I can't be late again.
So take him with you.
I can't. I won't be all day, okay? Plus, I'm taking your lighter.
Now I'm mad at you.
So that's an indie film cliche, dropping a child in the lap of a young narcissist. But that's not the character we're developing here. I'm the narcissist, and Jamie is well into adulthood thanks to his student ID card. So, seeing him back at my apartment...
You know, you could give him a few minutes with Linus.
Part of my monologue...
Well, I'm sorry, but it's redundant. You're just bridging together two scenes by restating something that already happened. Why don't you show how Jamie is with Linus? Or with me, for that matter.
I wasn't aware this was really a visual medium. I'm just trying to illustrate what's relevant to the story.
And what's relevant to your story? I'm having my own crisis, my own identity difficulties, and Jamie's a part of that too. But all you ever do is show us fighting.
I think I screened some pre-post coitus.
Okay, fine. Fucking and fighting. You know, you use me like a plot point to demonstrate your pursuit of Jamie. But you never show how compatible I am with him.
I've given you plenty of chances. And screen time?
You're already moving on to the next scene before even summarizing our story.
So what happens next?
Jamie takes Linus to go score some weed. They go back to my apartment, and my estranged husband shows up unannounced.
And
Jamie meets him.
And how will that go?
How do you think it makes me look knowing that I can't find my own son? And then to see him strolling in with you and those half-painted fingernails.
That guy's a homophobe.
You're not gay anymore.
And he's a fascist.
Based on what?
That he expects your lives to just match up.
We share custody. There has to be similarity.
You can handle this. It's your ex who can't handle this. Everything has to be fine and dandy with Mr. Pollard. Making you conscious so you don't have to be comfortable.
Micah and I have dinner reservations in a half hour.
You're going out to dinner with this guy?
Yes. And Mrs. Konigsberg is coming over to take care of Linus, and you are going home.
Fine. Great.
Why were you on the roof?
Because I'm not allowed to smoke in the house when he's at home. It's his policy.
So now your son makes policy?
He's in the Model UN.
Hardly seems like the healthy get-together worth getting to.
Yeah, Linus was really excited to show me his bedroom. He's been drawing on the walls.
Well, that's chalk. That's washable.
Well, he's also been sleeping on the futon frame. Figured I'm up here for a few days. Maybe I can buy him a real bed.
If Linus needs anything, I can get it for him. You can save your millions for every third weekend.
I guess that's kind of why I'm here. I want full custody of Linus.
Fascist.
What?
I think I said fashion.
Nico, you're great. And I know that you're trying, but
No, you can't do this. You can't come here on my time with him. Because what? Oh, you got a swing set? He hates the swings.
You know what I hear about? I hear about late nights. I hear about constant smoking.
Oh,
I hear
from
about
who?
you drunk,
Mrs.
even when it's a
Konigsberg, did she tell you
weekday.
that?
No, it's him. He's 7 years old. He's a smart kid. And he needs a stable home.
He's only now just getting used to the social worker, and so now you're gonna take him
no,
away?
No, we'll figure out a way that he can continue to see her.
No, he's not going anywhere, and he's not going anywhere with you.
I've got a lawyer to take this to court. What do you have?
Don't judge the protagonist. I get it. Having a kid is hard, but she knew all the trauma that comes with having him, so I don't think she really gets to be the victim in someone else's narrative. That might seem a little harsh. Probably just a little overstimulated, so let's go get a cup of coffee.
What you doing?
Waiting.
For a girl?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. Right. How'd you know?
You've been reading that same page for 12 minutes now. And it's a listing for coastal real estate.
Who are these for?
Sorry, that was totally intrusive of me. But I've seen you before. I'm your friend's friend.
Kira.
Yep, like the Gelfling.
So, was this whole thing convincing?
Well, fake reading's supposed to be.
And it looked like I was sitting here waiting for a girl?
You are.
Well, I suppose.
Blind date? First date. After a previous relationship.
How do you know?
I don't. But I just thought it would be a neat character trait if I did.
You know, your italicized inflection is flawless.
And this countertop banter is pretty precious.
It's a tad Rosalind Russell.
Perhaps a little Irene Dunnish.
Now that is fascinating.
Old Hollywood geek.
So is there, anything else a guy like me could read?
Brattle Theater, this town's last-ditch bastion for proper films that aren't just fully restored anniversary re-release prints. And it has uncomfortable seats, so totally worth it.
The awful truth.
Thursday, 7:30, again at 10:45. Double bill with Penny Serenade. Got it on my daily planner.
Elfman!
Celeste!
Cassandra,
Are you ready for dinner?
I already had lunch. Wanna go for a walk?
Sure.
Great, my car is right out here.
Look at all that wood.
This is unnatural.
What is?
The sounds of nature. And is this even a good thing to be doing to the battery?
You weren't expecting Walden Pond.
Well, no, but we're here, so... No? Are you seriously telling me this actually is a forest in the middle of nowhere?
I've never been able to find it in the dark. Found this, though. Isn't it great?
There are probably mass graves around here.
You make a better first impression. Remember the guy at the coffee shop? That was you talking. The guy at the bar who said all the right things? This guy talks a little different.
This guy speaks immaculately, and more of society should emulate his precise diction.
Oh, is that dirty?
No, that's... What are you doing?
Gonna jump you here in the woods?
No. Seriously. I think I must have gotten into the wrong car back there. I was supposed to be going out with a divinity student, and I ended up going out with this.
Hail Mary, all over your face.
Oh, Jesus, Celeste.
That's Babar's wife.
Cassandra, you're kind of a nymphomaniac.
I have been profiled in 3 science journals.
That's actually kind of scholarly. Look, I have something I need to tell you, but it's probably going to make you a little bit angry. I'm gay.
And I've been with zoo animals.
And my boyfriend, a human, broke up with me. So I needed to understand it. So I had to find you.
You dumped him.
Well, not exactly.
He dumped you.
Is this what we're going to be focusing on?
You're on the rebound.
I am not on the rebound.
Sure you are. No one likes being broken up with. Everyone loves affection.
Please tell me you're into that. Well, fortunately for us, you had a mini bar in your trunk.
You look like the night's been ruined.
Well, you are bleeding from your eye, so...
So, we're not gonna make out. Oh, bitch.
Is that seriously all you came out here for?
We're on a date.
No, this is research. Ever since my boyfriend went, well, another direction.
That is such a cock-out. Queer is such a cock-out.
It's cop-out.
This is dating. You don't learn anything from it.
I'm going to.
By coming out to the woods drunk.
You drove here drunk.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You get drunk and stupid and you make out. That's how I do it, and I guarantee your ex does too.
Really, Jamie? A federal offense.
I was trying this whole special delivery routine. This flour. And these past 2 notices.
You know what? Why don't you just leave?
You called me.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
You kicked me out. You wanted me gone when that big fake name showed up.
Yeah, well, that big fake name wants custody of my kid, so I called you.
You know I never check my voicemail.
Yeah, well, I needed to talk to you, and I called you.
We said we were only going to text.
You don't care about my life, do you? You don't care about me at all, so why don't you just leave and go find yourself a new home?
I want this one.
Yeah, well, I already have a kid.
He's at school.
No, he's upstairs. I kept him home today. I wanted him to be around.
Well, let's get him.
We're not going to get him. Look, I love Jamie because I know Jamie, and I know he would never do anything like this. So don't delude yourself into thinking that there's going to be some scene where the three of them go to some park and Jamie and Linus wind up on the swings talking, and this convinces Nico that he might be some sort of a father figure. They would revoke my cinematic license. The only thing that these two are ever going to raise is a glass of affordable wine.
What's your dad like?
You'll never meet him.
Oh, he sounds great. Seriously, what's he like?
I don't know.
How about your mom?
You're really killing this hard on. Or maybe it's the booze.
Come on, tell me one thing about your mom.
No.
I want to know what your parents are like.
Why?
Because I'm Linus's mom, and I want to know what you think of that.
I don't think of you as a mom, ever.
You know, I can go out dancing and wear whatever shoes I want, whatever dress I want, and somebody may say, come on, act more like a mom. Or I can go and pick Linus up from school, and someone might think, oh, she's a really cool mom. But either way, every place I go, I'm always a mom. I guess we are only who they say we are.
My mom chose the university over me. And she was a professor at a university where she'd rather teach underbrats how to quote Noam Chomsky instead of have any interaction with her son. She didn't really give me any reason to look to her as a mom, so I probably should have looked somewhere else.
Well, I hate to say it, but it seems like you found one. That didn't come out right.
Please don't make that comparison.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I say things like that. You probably are gonna want to go smoke.
Tons.
You know, we tried. And I think we had some fun, so, you know.
Nico, I'm not good at family stuff or kids or any of this, but I'm still here.
Until after I'm dead, that you secretly wish I could be here forever. Lay me down then on my side of the bed and rest your cold drinks on my body.
Elf queer?
Do I know you?
It's Elfman. I've got some leads about Kira. She likes old Hollywood movies, loves Cary Grant, and there's this perfect double bill at some theater in Harvard Square called The Brattle. It's playing this Thursday. Should want to see it. You could ask her.
What if she's already going?
You could go with her.
I don't have her phone number.
She works at that coffee shop.
Guess I could get her number from information.
Just go down there.
I don't want to go down there.
But you do go down there. You're a customer.
I do have that angle, but I hate playing an angle. I want to be sincere, not some social mandrake tricking her into sincerity by sleight of hand.
Mandrake was an actual magician.
He was a comic strip character.
He was a comic strip character, but in the comic strip he used actual magic.
Yes.
So it wasn't sleight of hand. Therefore, if you were a social mandrake, you wouldn't really be tricking her into anything. You would be relying on actual charms.
I think you just did something with words there, but I'm not sure I follow. Is this part of your gay research project?
Not in the least of the least.
Then why do you want me to ask her out?
So I can say that you did it. I'm coming down with clothing options.
Another cup, huh?
Another cup.
We've been here for almost 180 minutes.
My book.
What book?
Paradise Lost.
I've never read it.
It's a pretty good book. Do you like movies?
I do like movies.
I do too. What do I owe you?
$1.
Keep the change.
Thanks.
Coffee.
We're closing in 15.
That was sort of exhausting in a meant to be awkward as endearing sort of way. Still, it did serve as a nice contrast to my authentically romantic saga. Jamie never carried a key, which is why I always left the porch window unlocked. I could tell when he had been by. There would be a few books missing from the shelf, or some albums taken for download, or A single rental that resembled our relationship? His fingerprints were all over the scene, which meant he kept coming back.
Get over me, Elfie.
That wasn't in the script. I mean, I come home to find Jamie in my apartment, but we have this whole big argument before he walks out, sort of raise the stakes before I get him back at the end of the story. This was kind of abrupt. I mean, what's the studio audience gonna think?
Substitute culture escaped in front of a live studio audience.
The party started 3 hours ago. If we leave now, we can still be fashionably late.
I'm tipsy already.
Then you can only get more.
I'm serious. You know how I've been so stressed out this week?
No. Tonight is absentee mother night, remember?
I know, but Michael wants him. He really wants him.
So tell him to fuck off. Yes, you can. Give me your phone.
Why?
Because I only get free nights and weekends. Who's the lawyer?
I don't know.
Well, he gave you his card, right?
Well, yeah, but he's not going to be there. The office is closed.
Then you're gonna tell his answering machine.
Tell it what?
That you're gonna see him in court.
Oh, no, I'm not.
The reason you can't stop thinking about this is because you're always thinking about this. Micah thinks he's a good parent, but he's not. He left. You're the one who's always been here. You're the one who's always been here for Linus. So Micah has no reason to come back. Aww. So you're gonna tell his lawyer to suck it.
Hi, this is Nico Parks, the estranged wife of your client, Micah Pollard. And I'm here to tell you that Micah's not a stay-at-home dad. He's not a dad at all. He's never been a dad to Linus. I'm his mom, and I've always been there for him. So I'm gonna see you. I am gonna see you in court. Death to all lawyers! Yes!
Not everything can have the subtlety of the CW. Besides, kind of more of an old film buff.
Can I bum one of those?
It's my last one. You want a drag?
No, I don't really smoke.
I never got your name.
Stinson.
First or last?
First. My last name is Byrne.
I'm Kira.
I know. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say it, and I would assume that they were talking about you.
So, you like Cary Grant?
Yeah, this is my first time seeing him, actually.
I love them both.
The Awful Truth and
Cary Grant and Irene Dunn. They're hilarious. And Cary Grant, I mean, it's practically a cliche to even talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty, a leading man.
The leading man? I'll only watch him on the big screen, right? Places like this are going extinct.
Do you want to get a cup of coffee? Sorry. It's like asking somebody who works with insurance, question about insurance.
I'll get a cup of coffee.
Really?
Yeah. You know any places? So, what do you do?
It's nothing, really.
What do you want to do?
I studied journalism for 4 years.
Did you put milk in yours?
I did.
But you always drink it black.
I do.
Do you mean to?
I don't. Okay, so you guys keep the milk behind the counter, so...
That's actually a lot of milk.
Yeah, but it helps cool it down, otherwise it takes forever to drink.
Our coffee's hot too.
No, it's hotter.
I like your friend.
Elfman. Do you know him?
I talked to him. Not much, but he's kind of seeing some girl, right?
Kind of.
Yeah. He said it was a blind date. I was just curious. But you could tell him I mentioned it.
You like Elfman?
We had a fun conversation.
You must be heading somewhere.
Not really.
Really? Just been following you. Are we still in Cambridge? You can get us back, right? Do you know this was here? They close at 10, you know.
That was an awful lot of footage without me in it. But if you like your films defaced with just a little bit of American graffiti. Personally, I think multiple story arcs are a little distracting. I should be sharing the scenes with one of these wordy performances. That looks like the hallway right outside my apartment. I should be in this.
Well, good morning, you exasperated creature. Let me make you a cup of coffee, calm your nerves. Oh, we're all out of cream, so I've decided to start drinking at 8:15 in the morning.
I have to get to work.
Dressed like this, you look terrible. And I don't mean that in a stylistic way. I mean it simply as you look sort of like shit. At least have a prop. You remember knocking at my door?
Why did you want me to ask Kara out?
Is this the look? Are you two taking separate bike paths to work?
She's not here.
Oh, right. You rushed home for your favorite deodorant.
No, we didn't. We went for a walk.
The montage. A staple of the modern romantic comedy.
Why did you want me to ask her out?
Because obviously you like her?
The other day on the computer, you told me you wanted to see if I could do it. That's not the same reason as liking her. You're telling me two different things and they conflict.
And you, sir, are starting to sound just a little paranoid.
Do you find her interesting?
Yes. Mayhaps quasi-interesting, but no more.
So why don't you ask her out?
Well,
Because you're gay! Look, I might not know much about her, but I actually want a relationship, alright? You meet her, she likes you, which is fine, but none of this seems to be about me.
look, if I honestly thought that she felt, or God forbid, feels a certain way, you know I would fix it. If there was ever an I that could fix such a thing, it would be...
Like, you know what? Just stop. If you're getting what you want out of asking these people, then you should just ask her out, okay?
Come on. Seriously? Really? Excuse me, sir. Is Kira working today?
Elfman. I ran into your little friend the other night.
I know. He sort of intended that.
Did he say I asked about you?
He may have.
I mentioned you because I like talking to you, and because we like the same movies.
Oh, did Stinson like the movie?
He said he did. What was your date?
She's, out of traction.
Yeah. She terrifies a lot of people.
Okay, look. I know Stinson's not the most talkative person on the planet, but he's such a nice boy, isn't he?
Did he send you here with a mixtape?
No. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even know I'm here. Isn't this like the slightest bit awkward for you, considering I know you like me? Because you sort of told the guy I'm trying to fix you up with that you like me?
Now you know. You wanna hang out?
Yes.
Devastating beauty is the staple of my diet. She could make any mistake, and I'd make a move if I had half a sign. But any courage that I've ever shown wasn't really mine. She talks to every guy that we meet.
So, no boyfriends?
Nope.
Any girlfriends?
Requisite question.
We are in Cambridge.
Would that stop you?
From?
Flirting.
Let me let you in on a little something you may or may not have noticed, which is I'm gay. Besides, I've seen where flirting gets me, and I need a GPS to get back.
Flirting doesn't have to go anywhere.
It doesn't have to go anywhere long term, which is exhausting. If I'm going to put in the prerequisite amount of attention, the least I should expect is the tiniest bit of longevity.
Is this how you remain a single gay man?
I'm not exactly single.
It's too bad. Could have been fun.
Well, unfortunately, we're just going to have to take a vow of no fun.
So, do you text?
I do not.
Facebook?
I'm still using a rotary phone.
Rotisserie what?
I have a cell.
Good. So I could let you know if something comes up.
And what's going to come up?
Plans.
Kira, what are you expecting from all this?
Right now? Your phone number.
And what exactly is this?
An intentional exchange of numerical values. And in public, so totally for show.
Interesting plot development. Before any of the faux activists take to Twitter to complain about a lifestyle reconsidered, Kira's jacket could have sparked that much curiosity without being a threat to my preferences. Jamie was always on my mind, and moi en son. Still, if you need a scene of proof, here's Nico on the day she stopped by my apartment to pick up her phone charger.
They want to see bank statements, income statements, rental agreements. I have faulted on a few loans, so they're trying to get me on that. I can't even afford the lawyer. You know, you'd think there'd be some Harvard undergrad just lining up in a suit. This is Cambridge, right?
And Jamie's helping?
In his way, he's trying to be a support system.
And that's his intention.
I don't know.
Did you ever wonder why it is you live like this? You rent this high, working constant shifts? It's not really an optimal situation to be raising a child in.
That's why. You know, Elfie, for what it's worth, this has got to be really impossible for you.
You and I are friends. I met him through you, and now you're with him. If I'd had time, I'd invite a fourth person. He does still mention me, though. Right? Am I boring? Am I forgettable? Please tell me why it is that my supposed soulmate can't take 2 minutes out of his busy, busy day to tell his current girlfriend that he still sporadically thinks about me. He's moved in with her. He has his phone charger with him, which means he has his iPod because somehow they're all the same device. You know what? I give up. What are you doing right now?
I'm going to a party, and you're coming with me.
Let's go dance for attention.
I don't feel like it.
Then watch me dance for attention.
I don't want to.
Come on, Linus isn't even here.
I know, he's with Micah.
So let's make the most of our wasted lives.
You know, I used to look forward to these weekends when Micah would take Linus. I used to think, hey, maybe he'll never come back. But tonight they're at the comic book convention. And they're staying over at the plaza. And it's only 25 minutes away. And I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm gonna go buy some cigarettes.
You seem oddly curious about Jamie and Nico. You want to see how this relationship ends? Fine. Jamie heads into the city to confront Micah, and when that fails, he heads back to Nico.
I can't believe you. I can't believe what you just did.
You wouldn't have gone down there.
No, I wouldn't have.
That's why you need me. Because I do the things you can't. I am what matters. This bullshit nuclear family is just fallout.
I am a family.
Is that all you want to be?
That's all I am with Linus.
So forget him. You're not just somebody's mother.
But I am, Jamie. And I hate it.
So make a choice. Him or me.
I choose Linus.
They're fulfilled. Let's get to the party.
Whenever I feel a slip of self-esteem, I like to come outside, light up a cigarette, and smoke. Right between these.
Just left a room of dueling ringtones. Did you see their parking ticket, Kalash? It's shaped like a swastika, but not the Hitler kind of swastika, you know, the Buddhist symbol for... You're not having a good time.
I just feel like I've done this all before. This whole scene playing around in my head, it just seems so rehearsed. I hit every mark.
Well, it's because you're a grander thespian than the rest.
No. It's because I'm older.
Aren't you gonna kiss me back? Shit. Miscalled that. Aren't you drunk? I'm gonna go inside.
I'm older. That's the realization I make. This isn't a movie about ageism, it's about elitism. I am a social standout occupying a single spotlight with just one other prop, and that is my Jamie boy. So we are getting back together. How? By arriving back at my apartment at the same time, atop the same steps, and embracing in a passionate kiss. Can we roll the clip, please? Well, you gotta believe me. Jamie and I got back together. That's what happened. And if we can't show that, then at least let this scene tell it.
I have spent 32 years of my life dealing with this bag of neuroses, and did it stop me for 1 minute from going out tonight, and on a drag night no less? Pardon the remaining nail polish.
How did you get in here?
Oh, I have the Super's laundry room key. It opens every single lock in this building.
We have a laundry room?
So, your friend Kira is a lot of fun. However, she is also a lot of young. That means I don't necessarily have to like her, which works out in my favor, considering I actually rarely ever like anyone. Which is what makes you a sort of anomaly. Because in a very vague, gooey and tangential way, I find myself very relatively fond of you.
Are you coming on to me?
Probably not. Maybe when you were in your mid-teens, but the thought of us together in your current state? There's just really no other words for it.
So that's it?
Well, that and I finished my thesis and got my Jamie boy back.
How did it happen?
Oh, just perfect lighting, an exterior shot, my front yard. If only my neighbors had been voyeurs.
But what changed?
Nothing changed, that's why we're back in a relationship.
Then you don't have a relationship. You don't have a healthy one, you don't have an unhealthy one. You just have the textbook definition of a psychotic break.
And that is a dashing diagnosis.
I didn't have much to talk to my therapist about, so I pretended to be you. According to her, you prefer subcultural fantasy to actual substance. And apparently, so do I.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised that neither you nor your therapist agree with my lifestyle. So why don't you go quiver your way into the subcultural wasteland, or maybe do everyone a favor and take that adorable little stutter back out into public, or how about you just keep your mouth shut and support your friend?
I bet it would be a lot of fun to be your friend and to keep hanging out, but honestly, I don't think you know how to do that.
I will have you know, I have well over a dozen friends, and none of them are from your Facebook.
Look, I'm sorry, Elfman, but we're just neighbors. And that's only because we share an address.
We're just neighbors, are we? Well, how do you explain away all our trips to all the cafes?
Oh, so you could be seen in public. You used me. And you used Kira. And now you're using Jamie. Again.
That's not how it was written. Look, my fingerprints are all over the script. It's full of me, so I should at least know how it ends. Don't stare at me, alright? You're a paying audience. Watch this. Check out these books that actually matter. And this music you should be listening to. And some films that know how to end properly. And, of course, my little thief. First you steal my heart, and now my stuff.
This is my stuff.
Our stuff. That we bought together.
Well, I could probably sell some of it on eBay.
You can't just sell off our past.
Most of this is secondhand stuff from the garment district.
Well, sure, it was just found stuff, but we made it something.
We don't even have a record player.
That's why it was on the wall.
So you can't listen to it.
I did in the 20th century.
You're so nostalgic.
Yes, I live in the past, but that's where most of the great minds are. Socrates, Nietzsche, John Hughes.
I'm leaving.
You're what?
You know I'm leaving. It's the linchpin of your entire script.
That's what you thought the script was about? You leaving? I mean, all I ever wanted was to be wonderfully irresponsible with you. The perfect fucking mess. That's all, and it was gonna be great until you found something inside of Nico.
I didn't leave you so I could sleep with Nico. That's just how you wrote it in your script.
We were the perfect pair of queens.
We were, until it was over.
But nothing has changed.
I did.
No. That's society or maturity or someone's parent talking. You don't have to change. You can still love me. Let's die young together.
Vivre ensemble, ou autant négun pratique.
That's right, I'm into Bergman now. Look, you can't go, all right? I've got all this footage.
Is there even any scenes of us together?
There must be some alternate takes or cut scenes, maybe the gag reel.
You're the director, the writer, the character. There's just no room for me in the frame.
Look, I can rack focus or switch lenses, maybe set up the dolly. Just don't leave me, Jamie. Don't leave me alone.
You just keep using the same footage and pretending that they're different scenes. Everyone's starting to get a little restless.
Who, them? I can find another audience.
You have to end it. Otherwise, it's just a big waste of time.
You say that like this needs a resolution.
There is. Which is you getting over me, Elfie.
So I guess that was our last shot. Like I said at the beginning, I was supposed to be part of this ensemble, and then I just exhausted everyone's availability. Maybe it went on a little too long, but I thought I had this one great truth to tell you. You know, like that band who sings your life story, or that author who can just paraphrase your existence. And I don't want to be one of these artists, you know, that just seems like a lot of work just to sell out young. I want to be viewed as the art, you know, that one great moment in a frame with all of its indie buzz and its, you know, minuscule intellectual following. You know, that's what I want to be, just substitute all of this pop culture for being alone.
Woo!